Welcome back from the report on why youths should take up farming as a profession. And today in the studio with me is an expert in agriculture in person of Mr. Ukasho Alex, who is here to shed more light on why the youths should take up farming as a profession. You're welcome to the studio, sir.
Thank you very much.
It's good to have you.
I'm happy to be here.
So, sir, as an expert in agriculture, can you tell us how today's youth can, explore the world of farming?
Thank you very much for that wonderful question. As an expert in agriculture, we have been looking for this type of opportunity to be able to talk to youth to get involved in agriculture. It's not just the youth.
Okay.
Even the women, the civil servant, everybody. Now that the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, has declared state of emergency on food security.
Okay.
There is need for everyone to go into agriculture.
Okay.
And we are talking particularly about the youth because they are the people that has the highest population.
Mm-hmm. So these are some of the opportunities you're trying to tell us that is in farming.
Yes.
But then we would like to know more that, the youths out there are looking at you and they want to know more on, apart from the farming, okay, what other opportunities are there for them?
Yeah, there is a lot of opportunities in farming because if you venture into farming, you will discover that you can be an exporter.
Okay.
At the end of the day, it is that farming that will give you the opportunity to leave the shore of this country or to interact with people that are outside the country. Is because of the farming. Okay, let's take for instance, let's say wheat.
Okay.
I can tell you categorically that the last time we had a project on wheat because of the Ukraine war. So they now came up with a concept that Nigeria was safe for them to do wheat and then feed the shortage.
Oh.
So now, if you are a youth and you decided to join this program, you will discover that you will be an exporter. The farmer will farm, collect it in the collection center,
Okay.
and you take it out. It will give you that exposure that you cannot imagine. Maybe as a level 6 officer, you don't have opportunity to be given an assignment that will take you even to Lagos. But as a farmer, within the shortest possible period of time, you can grow.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And more so, even civil servants.
Mm.
Some people will say that I'm a civil servant, so I don't have land, I don't have space. You can do it within your compound.
Okay.
There, like now, there is sacks farming. You can plant yam in the sack, just within your compound.
So when you, by bringing this up, which brings me also to my next question.
Yes.
The access of land. What if you're like in a compound that is not that spacious enough for you to do that? Then how can a young farmer, with all these challenges of getting access to land, especially here in the FCT, is there a way somebody that is just coming up get access to land in FCT?
Yes, like the organization which I come from, we do what is called a commercial farming.
Okay.
There are some people who have the money, who have the desire to do farm, but they don't have land. So you can come to our organization, you identify what you want to do, we allocate land to you, and then we don't just farm, we plan. We give you what is called economical production that tells you how many inputs, how many seedlings you are going to use. So we give you the cost per hectare. So if you are convenient with that economic of production, then you provide the money, whether 1 hectare, 2 hectare, as the case may be. We'll do the farm for you. You only come and supervise. Then, during harvest, you harvest and carry your product. But you give us, there's a percentage, because there is some percentage
we talk
that goes.
about youths that are just coming up and they want to start it as a business.
Yeah.
So how affordable would this be for them?
They can afford. It also has to boil down with the value chain. Okay. Because as a youth, before we, as an organization, if we do this farm for you, we will need people that will supply us improved seeds. Okay. So if you are a youth, we will call them, and then you can be a supplier of improved seeds. You can be a supplier of herbicide. You can be a supplier of fertilizer to achieve that.
Okay, so and also, how can farmers have access to all these credits, and then the ones that want to farm themselves, like getting fertilizers and seedlings, they also have to come on credit. I'm talking about credit.
Yeah.
Do you give them on credit?
As a matter of fact, like our members, in fact, we subsidize for them.
Okay.
Yeah, all those inputs, once we procure, in fact, we stand the gap between the government and the peasant farmers. We make sure that what is meant for the farmer is provided for them as at when due. Okay. But that does not mean that there are no challenges. Okay. Because sometimes those things that are supposed to be provided in time, they are not released early, and agriculture is time-bound. But once we are able to procure it, we make sure that we subsidize to our farmers as reasonable price.
Okay. So can you tell us something about training? Do you have any training? And then how can an upcoming farmer, a youth that is just starting, how can he market his products?
You see, training is very, very important. What we normally do as an organization, we don't just introduce a particular farming product to our farmers. Okay. What we normally do is that we provide training for them. Because it's one thing to have the product or the fertilizers that you want to use, and it's another thing to know how to apply it. You might have a good fertilizer, but if you doesn't have the knowledge of application, you will apply it, but it will not work for you. So we give them training on best agronomic practices, so that it will work, and then it will maximize profit or production.
Okay, so how do you help them in marketing their products?
Most of the time, we have what we call off-takers. Okay. By the time we support and give them training to farm, to do their farms, we get people to come and off-take it. Okay. You don't need to suffer to take it anywhere to go and sell. Once your own is just to harvest it and keep, people will come off-take.
Oh, that's a very good one.
Yes, that is what we do.
You don't have to do all the mental stress and everything.
You don't have to do that.
Take it out to the market.
No,
that's a good one.
Get people to come and buy it in bulk. Your own is to continue another time. That's all.
That's good.
Yes.
So, your final words before we let you go, sir?
Yeah, my final words now is that there is this pilot project that is going on. Is first of its kind. Okay. It's powered by Federal Ministry of Finance, Budget and National Planning. It's called Cassava by Ethanol.
Okay.
Yeah, Professor Ken Ife is the one consulting this project for Federal Ministry of Finance. What he is doing is that he has packaged the program very, very good. As a professor, he has involved the academia.
Okay.
He involved them because they should donate 10 hectares
Okay.
of land for each university. The target is the agric department. They should have farm, this cassava,
Okay.
for the department. And the students under the Department of Agriculture should use it as their project farms. And as they are doing that, they are already making money. And as they are making money, as they are graduating, 400 level will take over. As 400 level is graduating like that, it's going to be a continuous process.
Okay.
And the aim is that they are trying to see how they can include it in the university curriculum as an entrepreneurship, whereby these students, they are not just graduating, but they have something to do as they graduate. So it's a very, very good program that is coming up. So the youth should not actually be afraid of coming into agriculture. Agriculture is not just for subsistence or feeding just the family, but agriculture is a business now. That is my final words to the youth.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
It's a good one because the youth should also know that you don't have to look poor for you to be a farmer. There are so many chains of, doing the business.
Exactly. Before, in those days when we were growing up in the village, if you go and look for a guest hand in marriage and you are a farmer, the parents will not want to associate with you. But now we are proud that parents should be proud of giving their daughters hand in marriage to the farmers.
Thank you so much, Mr. Okasio.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for coming on the program.
Well,
you've had him, farmers are doing wonderful in this country, and then you should also, venture into farming because there's more to it. There are opportunities out there for our youths. You can make a lot of money, as he mentioned. We're going to short musical break.